start streaming then. I was literally too busy talking, I couldn't find you. And then I found you, I was like, right, quick, hurry up.
There are only 8 of us in the B group.
I'd shown about 15 altogether.
Yeah, 15 it says here.
I thought there was more than 15, so then again, it's like the time that it is, people signed up and some are in and some are out. Have you raced against many of these before, Keane?
Don't recognise a lot of the names. I think Paul Shack, but not really sure.
Yeah, I know.
Then I saw this.
He's in the Discord with us now.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And Stephen Worsley was signed up at some point. I raced him at one point, but...
Oh, Jack.
Hi, Paul.
Sorry, mate. Didn't see you on the Discord.
Not a problem.
Got beaten by less than a second in the race yesterday. I was furious afterwards, man.
What, this same one?
Yeah. Yeah, that Norwegian guy. Elby or something.
Yeah.
But he's quite strong. He won't last long in the D's with those numbers because he's doing like 2.7, 2.8 averages. I don't think Nathan's here though.
No, he's not. I'm just going through everybody at the moment, trying to give everybody a ride on. I've no doubt I'll have missed somebody.
You can do these ride-on bombs with the play controller, so that's kind of neat. I think it gives away like 10 at a time, so...
I noticed it was dropping 10 yesterday when we did that. I did that ride with the bandits, you know, that Kyle, the ride for Kyle or something. Every time you dropped it on the companion app, it was hitting about 10 instead of 5.
Yeah. I think that the new ride-on bombs is like 10. So you can pretty easily cover a whole large group of people.
Oh, there was about 200 in the ride. I think I got every person. I went to the front, then I dropped to the back, then I went back to the front again. I was just hitting the ride on all the way through, and then I ended up dropping right off the back to the red beacon to get... It's
really heartwarming to see all the people showing up on that.
I think it was just over 200.
I didn't have a chance to ride it, but just saw that everybody I knew on Strava, almost everybody did that ride. That was great.
Well, it was quite miserable here yesterday. I did a little bit of work in the house, but it rained nearly all day in England. Well, it did in the north of England anyway. So I just thought, cracked on with a bit of work in the house in the morning,
Yeah,
and then jumped on the bike for, I think, about an hour and a quarter. I didn't do the full ride.
that's been the entire summer in Denmark, though. We've had, it hasn't rained this much since 1931 in the July. We've had 3 summer days in with temperatures above 20 in July.
We had a good June. June was really hot, but July's
Yeah,
just been a
June was
washout.
great as well, yeah. And August will probably be too, but just didn't have vacation either in June or in August, so
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit of a sick week. She's looking at everybody's on holiday. All the friends are on holiday. They're all abroad. They're all this, that way. Obviously, we can't.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the transplant and that. But now we've got the date. We can sort of set
yeah,
things.
that's great, man. It's seriously good news.
Oh, I know, I'm over the moon. He's at the hospital tomorrow. He was supposed to be just for a checkup tomorrow. But as she said, they rang up today and they said, can you come in earlier? I think they're going to give him a blood transfusion to try and get his red blood cell level was low. And he's been on this
Yeah.
medication. They had this injection he had to give himself once every 2 weeks to try and get it up. And well, it was that injection that they used, that Lance Armstrong used in the Tour de France.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the alter the red blood cells. He was on the same one.
Yeah.
I'll get his blood cell. It went up so far, but it hadn't gone up high enough for the operation. So they said we're going to give him a blood transfusion. That'll get his red count right up.
Oh, okay.
EPO. That's it, isn't it?
Just great news. Great news that
Yeah.
you guys have a date and something to you can hold on to.
Fingers crossed. Doesn't get cancelled. Shouldn't do. Once they planned in them type of operations, once they planned in, they don't get cancelled.
No, no.
You're plugging away nice there, Paul, by yourself.
Oh, yeah. You have nobody to ride with, mate.
Yeah, just drop back, just watching them for a little bit.
That Swedish C rider is doing like, or D/C. He's doing like +3 all the time right now.
Is that Swanstrom?
Yeah.
Gimli.
Yeah, I can't ride right now.
I can't type and write at the same time, not when you come
Exactly.
first. He should have been in the chat. Normally he's in here, talking on.
Is that Paul Smith from the?
It was just
That-
not our Paul Smith. It's a
No,
American
not
Paul
him,
Smith.
right?
It's the American Paul Smith, the one who leads on the Turtles ride on a Saturday.
Yeah, but I
Thundering
never rode.
Turtles.
Only rode those once or twice.
He usually captains the Coyotes as well, doesn't he?
That's Nathan, isn't it?
Paul used to captain them before that. Nathan captains them sometimes, but sometimes Paul drops back in as well.
Oh, okay. I really like this course for racing. Remember when we did it 5 times in the ZRL?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, I
4
do.
or 5, I think.
I do. It was one of the ones that I actually rode.
Yeah.
It was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? I remember riding this.
Yeah.
I got dropped from the front group, and I'm sure I was riding along
I think
with
we did it last year as well,
cryogen
actually.
rider.
Yeah. I think we did it last year as well, actually.
I'm not sure, Ken, I can't remember.
No,
We did
me
Libby
neither.
Hill.
Yeah, and now that you said, I don't think we have any streams of this, so from the Centaurs.
No, I don't think
So
since I've been
it
streaming
might have been
down.
longer ago than I can. It's just kind of blurry, you know.
I remember doing one that was like you say, it was when I was riding, so it'll have been a good, maybe it's a good year or two ago.
I think that was the first season I was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
But it was
think I've
rapid
ridden with
fast.
you like 2 seasons or something. Or is it 3 now? I think it's 2.
We've done 3. I think this is the 4th one coming up.
I think I did 2 full seasons with the Centaurs.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun again this time as well.
Oh man, getting Manon Holtman, she is wrong.
I know.
Fuck me.
I don't think
She was like
Ro doesn't
at
know
the,
yet.
at the, in that Flat is Fast series. I legit, I think she was like less than 10 seconds slower than me in the whole series.
Yeah.
And I had 3 out of 4 gold medals and stuff. She is fast. And I think she can sprint too.
Yeah, she said she used to be able to sprint, but she hasn't done it for a while. We've got that other lad who's coming as well. Is one of Matthew's mates. He rides with them on in real life sometimes.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be pretty light. He's a pretty good climber. But I remember he rode a couple of time trials, the Thursday night time trials with us about a year ago, and he got bumped up to a C quite quick. And he said when he messaged me, he says he was a C, but he's back down to a D because he hasn't done much riding. He hasn't been outside for much. He wants to try and build himself back up. So
Yeah.
I've got a feeling we'll have him for maybe the first round to the second round, if that. But it'll fill a gap with Neil and Craig both being injured.
Yeah, exactly. But we won't have Manon for long because if she bumped up to C in the women's, she'll be with us for like half a season or something.
Yeah.
She said she had like 7 watts in her FTP to get above 2.5.
And once she starts riding mixed and she's riding against the fast heavy lads all the time.
Yeah, she'll be putting in some power on the
It doesn't take
on
long.
the flats.
She was on that ride yesterday, on the Kyle ride. Bumped into her a couple of times.
She sure as hell beat me in Scotland last week, that's for sure. Up that breakaway, Bri. I've been riding way too much this summer, so I was really, really knackered. Had like 5 seconds of sprinting in me, and she just flew past me. She can stay with the front group.
Yeah. I did another one during the week as well. It might have been Friday. You know, there was another one in Scotland, another type of ride. It was the first.
Yeah, the podium ride.
The podium one. I did that one on Friday, and I thought,
Yeah, on the TT bike, right?
I need to do 20 kilometres to get me 100 mile in for the week. So I
Yeah.
thought I'll jump on, I'll just do a ride. I thought, I'll do that podium ride because at least then I've done it. And there was something the matter when I powered up my watt bike. The tension was going on and off and on and off. So I repowered. My Zwift had just updated. So I switched the watt bike off, put it back on again, and it was still the same. It was like going dead easy to pedal and dead hard and dead easy. So I thought, fuck me. So I switched Zwift off, and of course the ride had started. I had to come out the ride, reboot Zwift, and it came on perfect. So it pumped us in with it was a late starting for some reason, and it banged us in with the rest of all the riders. And I was just hitting the bottom of the breakaway bray for the first time going up it.
Yeah.
So I pumped up there, and I noticed behind, maybe it's about 10-15 seconds behind, there was 4 or 5 herd riders. Letitia, she got a foreign name, and Nils Peterson, and a couple of others. And they came up on us as we did the climb up, you know, the castle climb, but when you do it the reverse way.
Yeah, yeah.
We went up there, they came up behind us, and I thought, and I was pushing quite hard, and I thought I'll just let them go past because I just wanted easy 20 kilometres. But you know what it's like when you're competitive. I put a spurt on, I got on the back of them, and I kept on going with them, and it was like 2.5 watts per kilogram all the way. And then we did the second lap, we shot up there, and I thought the levers on the breakaway brake, and I managed to stay with them again, and then up the castle, reverse of the castle climb, and I pushed it about 5 to 6 watts a kilogram up there. And Nils Peterson come away with us, and Letitia dropped off about 15 seconds off, and me and him finished it together. But it wasn't. It was actually, even though I don't know whether it was supposed to be a race, it was quite competitive.
It's always a race, mate. Swift is
No.
always a race.
So yeah, I trundled on for another 5 or 10 minutes, and I came out and I jumped on with the pace partner to get the last couple of kilometres up to make it in.
I think you'll get some kind of a jersey if you complete like 3 of those podium rides, and
Yeah.
can't remember. Ask Duncan, he'll know.
Well, I've done an hour. I think an hour on Zwift every night, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Did it yesterday afternoon, and then I went out and did 40 odd mile a day. So I've just looked on my Strava. There's 165 mile in this week, which
Ooh,
for me is
that's
good.
great.
Well, lucky if I get 60 mile in most weeks.
What's that? That's 100 Ks, right?
Yeah, 65 or 66 is 100k or something like that.
Yeah. I aim for those 170, and I can do that, but not a lot more. But this summer I've obviously had a lot more time in my hands because it's been raining and couldn't do much in the garden. So I've had weeks of 370 almost.
I've got my target set for 100 mile, which is, I know it's 162 kilometres, I think. So my
Yeah.
weekly target set at that, but I've only hit it a handful of times this year.
I want to do because 8,750 Ks is the entire coastline of Denmark and all the islands, and I want to do that this year. So that's the 170 a week. There he goes again at 3.5.
I'm usually
Fuck me.
usually get about 2,500 mile. See, I'm always in miles, not kilometres. I usually get about 2,500 mile the last couple of years, and I think I've set my target for 3,000 this year, but I'm behind a little bit. Once the ZRL comes on and I'm starting captaining again and I'm DSing and stuff, that's Tuesday night that I can't ride,
Yeah,
and I'm just stick to sort of the Monday nights and the Thursday nights. Believe it or not, summer is the worst time for me for riding because I don't feel like it gets hot, and when we got my bike in the shed at the bottom of the garden, it gets red hot, and then I don't tend to go out as much because we'll walk the dog loads, we'll do loads
Yeah.
of walking. So like I'm looking on Strava and my fitness just sort of dropped last year, January, June, July, August. Then it comes back in the winter. It starts to come back up again when I start to get on the bike and do some more training.
yeah. I don't think you get your heart rate up all that much from walking, but I think it's good exercise though.
Mhm. I usually get mine up to about 100 or just over 100, but if I'm on my bike, I'll get it up to 160, 170 easy.
Yeah. Well, 3.5 to go. Better start concentrating a bit now. That Sweet's gonna do a breakaway, that's for sure.
Where's the finish at on this? Is it that main sprint?
Yeah. So we have this small uphill now, and then the roundabout, and then those when you go past the sprint on the other side, and that's it.
He's dropped out. He's an Irish lad, S. Gallivan. Comes in
Yeah.
quite often, but he doesn't always. Last couple of ones that I've been watching, he doesn't always finish it. And one case he's coming on really well and all. I think he was just in the little group there that Paul's in.
Yeah,
And he dropped off the back. I must have thought he couldn't make it. Well, you've dropped Paul Smith and another 2 riders.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
30. We were too busy talking. I didn't realise. I thought he was still in the grid with
Yes. No, it was like just before we finished the last lap.
you. Which is 14.4, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. 2.4 to go.
It's weird, all the names have reversed on my screen. You know, on the right hand side where it shows all the riders.
Really?
It's put Hughes at the bottom, then it put Paul and all them at the top, and then it's starting to pull itself back round now, but they were weird. Everything was all over the place. That Swanstrom, his heart rate's high, 173, 172 at the minute.
Oh, okay.
He's only pushing out, like, he's taking it nice and easy. Pushing out about 120, 130 watts.
I think we've all kind of accepted that this will be a sprint right now.
He's easing right off the back. He start, like, his heart rate's dropped down to 165 now. But I would have thought he's going, he's hard, he's pedalling 0 watts, he's drafting, he's waiting for to try and jump you.
Yeah.
So that's the finish line, the banner on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, he's dropped his truck. He's starting to ramp his watts up now. 6 watts per kilogram, he's going for it. You got a power up, Keen?
Yeah.
Well done, I think you've got him.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
well done.
Cheers, mate. Oh shit.
Yeah, took some pushing.
The last K was a fast one.
But when he shot off from the back, I thought that's it, he's away, because he was like a 6-7 watts per kilogram. But you and that other lad caught up with him. I think that...
He's a 2.8 Swanstrom. Average.
I'm back in a minute. I'm watching Paul. Paul Smith at the moment. He's got another 2 lads with him. Paul's come across the line in the little group he's in. You know, so I mean, some of these riders a little bit further apart, they're still pulling out like high 2s to 3 watts per kilogram. It's just they just didn't get into the front group.
Yeah, and it was just... oh, sorry. It was quite a fast front group, that, because that guy was doing all these breakaways, and we actually was speeding quite a lot. I think it was almost as fast as yesterday, and the front group was at like 15 people yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm satisfied with that finish, though. I timed that okay. In all modesty, of course.
You did it great. At the end of the day, they weren't going to catch you. I think once the lad that was in second realised he wasn't going to catch you, he eased off a little bit.
Yeah, he was 10 meters behind me all the time, so.
Yeah.
I thought that Sweet would, because he shot that lorry off way too quick. I think he was toasted by that, because he was only pushing out like for like half of the duration of the power off. And then that, was he Spanish or something, came up.
Yeah,
like
he came up quite quick behind you.
Oh hell yeah.
Well, Escalivan, the Irish guy, he's got back on his bike and he's pedalling away again. He's going to, looks like he's 4 minutes back, but it looks like he's going to complete it.
Brilliant. Might have had trouble with the
Something
Swift
might have happened, yeah, his trainer might have
trainer or something.
I've lost him on my screen now. I can't find him. I was going to watch him come in, but I can't find him.